In the summer of 2007, what was intended as a one-off creepypasta became something more explosive. It was a random, one-off creepypasta, but it inspired a lot of people. Before long, other entries started popping up, and then one day, someone made a wiki for it. Thousands of entries and tons of information compiled into one central location for those who dare seek it. But there could be more to this mystery than meets the eye. This week, we intend to find out as we bring you an episode every day. This is Wolf Takes a Bite, SCP Foundation Week.
Yep, lizard looking.
The creatures that I've seen mostly have been the greys.
To the search for truth. Little grey men from outer space who actually abduct humans.
Yeah, who wants to watch some fucking stiffs talk about SCP? Come on now. We're back with another episode.
Government is good.
Oh no. John, don't be a puppet. Cut the strings.
Ah! Okay. Oh, that was a little scary.
You're being controlled.
Well, I know.
Wow.
Man, must have been a Euclid class.
That must have been Keter, bro.
Yeah, a cater class.
Cater.
Yeah, K class incident.
Catering. Yeah.
There's nothing. So, we're on episode 2 now.
Day 2, baby.
Day 2. So, we're still talking about SCP. I'm just gonna, we're just always gonna be talking about SCP from now for the rest of our lives.
Oh no.
There's so much. There's so many.
We'll never cover all of it. Like, there's no way.
There's more than 2,000.
Yeah. So we'll just do one of these every single day for the next 2,000 days. What's that? Like 3 years, 4 years? That's cake.
There's still more coming out, though.
I know. That's going to be the real problem.
Yeah, it really is. So, this one is called The Sculpture.
Whoa.
It's a Euclid class SCP. SCP-173 is a strange, living, concrete statue with bizarre markings, and it kills all living things on sight.
On site. This motherfucker's got beef.
Well, actually, it's got rocks.
Yeah, it's stone.
Stone cold. Stone cold killer. Moving towards its victims at a speed of several feet in one blink of an eye. Oh my god, this is the angels from Doctor Who!
Oh god, Angel of Death.
It's the angels from Doctor Who.
Yeah, man, those things move.
No, with the blink of an eye.
That's exactly how it is.
It's so crazy. Go watch Doctor Who. After this. Several feet into the blink of an eye, snapping their necks with irresistible strength and lethal precision. It's about 2 meters tall or 6 foot in height. That's pretty scary in itself. In addition, it's completely invincible. It also periodically produces feces and blood on the ground of its containment cell, which must be cleaned up from time to time.
Great.
Weird.
You'll love to see it.
Why is it taking bloody shits if it's made of stone?
That's actually an excellent question. What the fuck is it doing? It's pissed that it's in the containment center. That's what its problem is.
Where does it get the poop?
I don't know. I don't know.
Is it pebbles? Is it soft molten rock?
It's hot lava.
God, it does need some Pepto-Bismol.
Oh man. Eat some Tums, my boy.
So its behavior is, fortunately, like this. SCP-173 has one key weakness. It is frozen in place as long as somebody is looking at it through eye contact, similarly to the Weeping Angels of Doctor Who lore.
Whoa, he called it.
Thus, a victim has a chance of escaping from this abomination by keeping their eyes focused on it. However, people need to blink frequently and often to do so subconsciously. With each blink, it makes a large stride towards the person and can move across the length of a large room in just a few blinks. Thus, one's best bet when trying to escape from 173 is to walk backwards away from it while keeping your eyes steady. In theory, one could stop SCP-173 by winking one eye at a time. Easier said than done, though, by manually closing one eyelid with a finger and then the other with the first one had blinked, blah, blah, blah. So, all right.
I feel like it could be done. You're definitely blinking both eyes.
Yeah, it's very difficult.
I feel like it can get
There's
done.
a lot of bright lights in here.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, maybe? But it's actually much harder to do in practice. As a human mind is trained to think to blink both eyes at once, another method could be not completely blink, but half close,
Just squint at it.
squint, to decrease the tiring eye. Due to its nature, whenever SCP Foundation sends test subjects to check on 173, they send them in groups of at least 3 so that one of them is making eye contact with it at all times. Unfortunately, the subject's foolish and defiant behavior can often lead to death in these situations. They just go in there and be like, oh no, that's just a fucking statue.
Yeah, that's exactly
I work in
how
a
it
super
goes down.
secret organization.
Yeah, I got this.
I got it.
It's nice of them to like send people to check on them though.
Yeah.
What's that about?
I mean, are they playing chess with it? I mean, what are they
I have
doing?
no idea what they're doing. It seems dumb.
It seems dumb to send
Seems like
anybody
just
in there.
lock the door and never look at it again.
Right, like,
But I don't know.
well, why does somebody have to look at it? Like, can't they
don't know.
just? It can't go through walls.
Maybe they're doing tests. That's where they send the interns that they didn't want to hire.
That's where they send the illegal immigrants.
It's like, what? We'll give you a second chance if you somehow make it through this.
Another one we have for this episode, because there is a lot more on this one, and we could go into full detail of any of the SCPs that you want. Just tell us which one you would like us to cover.
There's a little comment section right below this video. You can just type that in.
Also, there's a comment section on all platforms, pretty much, except for Spotify, whatever reason.
Yep.
Yes. So if you're listening to us on Apple, you can write us a comment, or you can just email us at wolftakesabitepod@gmail.com.
Yep. Easy. E-Z.
Easy! This one is SCP-978, the Polaroid. It's classified as safe. Also known as Desire Camera. It is a Polaroid Supercolor 645 CL camera that when taking pictures of any living being shows the photographed subject being its greatest desires. At some point, the SCP Foundation acquired SCP-978, storing it in a security locker at HJ-12, a Site-17. In May of a year in either the late 20th or early 21st century, SCP-978 was tested on various people, including research assistants James blank, 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 and blank, blank, with blank, and doctors blank, and redacted. They all believed that the test went well, save for a few unsavory results. The test continued on...
Keep going.
The test continued onto animals, including a dog and its handler,
Dog.
mice, a rabbit, and other various beings. Following this, it was tested on many humanoids and prominent Foundation staff, including Dr. Charles Greers and Dr. Jack Black, and Site Director Jean Carlisle Atkiss, and Dr. Alto Clef. Well, those names weren't redacted, so they must be dead.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
SCP-978, when photographing living beings, does not print out pictures that show the time. What is that noise? Of capture. Instead, they show the photographed being's desires. The printed desires can be very random, from a person's deepest hopes and dreams to a simply an impulse they're feeling at the moment. It can be very simple or an extremely elaborate change. If two beings are photographed together, their desires will mix. That could be fun, but also dangerous.
It'd be a useful tool.
It would be.
Makes sense why they stored it.
They should use it in police. Actually, no, fuck the police. They should just use that on criminals.
Well, I don't know.
Like, take pictures of the cops and see if they're good cops, bad cops, you know?
But it shows them what their desire is.
Yeah.
I don't think like bad cops, like their probably desire is like to make a lot of money. It's probably not to be a bad cop.
Yeah, it might just be a lot of picture of donuts too.
Could be a lot of pictures of donuts.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's actually a third one in this episode. Okay.
3 in every episode.
Oh, okay. SCP-1562, the carnivorous slide. This one's actually classified as safe. I don't know how.
Doesn't sound safe to me.
It is currently quarantined in a testing lab V46-V in Site 24. The door to the lab is to remain locked at all times, as testing is currently suspended. All access is denied unless special clearances is granted by Dr. Carver. Description: SCP-15-62 is a metal playground slide measuring 2.2 meters in height and 3.4 meters long. SCP-1562 was acquired from an abandoned playground on the outskirts of blank and redacted. After several children in the area went missing, the object's anomalous effects only manifest when a person slides down head first on their stomach with their arms tucked down at their sides. Any other orientation of body or limbs while sliding results in no effect. Only human beings are affected. Really? So, all right, I had to click more information on this because this is just crazy.
It's wild?
Yes, it's wild. Like, what the fuck?
I believe they have it in containment, which is why it's classified as safe. Like they've moved it from its original position.
So just don't go sliding down it.
Yeah, I think they've moved it to where nobody like would slide down it.
I'm just blown away. I don't know. What I would say is, where do the bodies go? It eats them, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Is it eating them at the end of the slide?
I don't know.
Like, do you make it to the end and then your head gets crunched on? No, it's carnivorous.
As you're going down it, you get teleported to its intestines.
Oh.
I have no idea. I made that up.
There's a lot of pictures of playground slides here. Some of them look pretty fun. Oh, that one's crazy. Wow, enclosed tube slides in a house and in an office? Why are we not having that in our office? When we get an office, Devin, we're getting a slide.
As long as it's not carnivorous.
That's fine.
All right. I'm glad we agree.
Okay. Moving on. Well, I think this is all for this episode.
Yeah. Pretty crazy SCP.
Yeah.
Or anomaly.
And of course, if you like what you heard and you want to know more about any of them specifically, we'll do a whole entire episode on it.
Whole 45-minute episode.
Yes. But for now, we will see you on the next one. And remember, question everything. Hey, it's John Wolf, and if you enjoyed that, you can listen to the rest of this episode whenever you listen to podcasts at. Also, make sure to subscribe, hit that notification icon, and never miss another episode. And for all things Wolf Takes a Bite, go to GreatManMediaCo.com.
Mm-hmm.